Hey Nash, what should we make?
Ever since I got banned from PF Chang's, I've really been missing Mongolian beef. Can you make me some of that?
All right, let's make some good old Mongolian beef. Today we're making Mongolian beef. This is a super easy recipe. And hey, you ever wonder why the meat in dishes at Chinese restaurants and some other Asian restaurants tastes way better than maybe you can make at home or that you've had at some lesser of those sorts of restaurants? Well, I'm gonna show you how to do that today, right now. And this is a super easy dish. It's delicious and it's going to take like 10 minutes or less prep time. Cook time is even less than that. So any of you who complain, I don't have time to cook dinner, you come home from work, you got hungry mouths to feed, I know you're busy, but there are delicious things you can make in less than 20 minutes. This is one of them. You get home, you got hungry mouths to feed, you got 20 minutes or less, this is a recipe for you. So without further ado, let's go. Mongolian beef. Boom. Obviously the first step in Mongolian beef is we got our beef. This is a flank steak. I believe that's traditional. You could also use a skirt steak. You got some other steak? You know what? Go for it. I'm about to show you something that'll make any steak, no matter how terrible it is, still taste good. It's all in the way we chop it, and then even more so in the way that we season it. So no matter what steak you're using, but flank steak especially, first thing we want to do is think about like bite-sized strips. So like to me, this right here is about a bite-sized strip. So this is the grain. So I'm going to cut that size strip with the grain, and then I'm going to do another one here. So then we got our bowl here. So this is what I'm going to throw everything into. So first thing I'm going to do is take these strips and then cut super thin slices against the grain. Now against the grain is always going to be less chewy, more tender, good things. You know, if you got a big chunk of fat, you might want to cut that off, but otherwise just leave it. It's fine. Fat equals flavor, folks. Now on to that magical process of how to season the meat so that it tastes just like takeout or sit down Chinese and other Asian restaurants. I gotta be honest, it's really simple. It's called baking soda. So put in some baking soda, just kind of rub that in there. You don't want to use too much because we're not looking for the flavor, we're looking for the other effects. So then pour in a little bit of water. And then we give our meat a little massage. And that baking soda is going to help it drink all of that water up, as well as all of our other spices and seasonings and everything. So you're going to get that, not only that velvety texture, oh, technically this is called velveting. Sounds super complicated and it sounds super awesome, but it's just baking soda. So next time you're with friends who don't know a lot about cooking, be like, I'm going to go ahead and velvet the meat first, if you want. I mean, it could work. Once that water is all absorbed, then we add a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of chicken powder, a little bit of pixie dust, a little bit of soy, drizzle of sesame oil, a little bit of Shashang wine, and our other magical ingredient, cornstarch. And we mix. And for now, we set this aside and let the meat marinate in the velvety mixture to make it more delicious. So since this is basically a stir fry situation, so we got to make our sauce. So we start with a half cup of water, pour in about the same amount of soy sauce and about the same amount of brown sugar. To that, we add another little drizzle of our sesame oil. And we mix until the brown sugar is completely melted, incorporated, whatever you want to call it. And there we have our sauce. Now in a super hot pan, we're going to cook our beef. Let's get that in there. Make sure and separate everything. Because these slices are really thin, this is gonna cook really quickly. It might have been a good idea to separate this into 2 batches, but for now, this is what we're going with. Now we go ahead and pull our beef. Now we add some vegetables. First, our onions. Stir these around a little bit. We're not looking to caramelize these onions. We're looking for a soft, crisp texture. That is the magic to stir fry. You want it to have a little bite. You don't want stir fry to be all mush, you know? Oh look, we got a jumper. We got a jumper! Then we add some minced garlic. Minced ginger. Let that kind of cook until it gets fragrant. And we stir that in. And we throw in some red peppers. Which red peppers you use is up to you. Depends on how spicy you want it. Once we're about here, everything's fragrant, smelling delicious, we throw in our sauce. At this point, I'm gonna add some carrots. And now we add our beef back in. And the cornstarch from that marinade we made should help thicken this sauce nice and quick. We're just gonna cook this. I'm gonna turn my heat down a little bit to about medium. We're gonna cook this until the sauce thickens nicely. And basically you're looking for when you can drag a spoon or something across and the sauce doesn't fill in the void right away. See how it doesn't fill in right away? That's what we're looking for. We're almost there. When our sauce is nice and thickened, you can drag a spoon or a spatula across and it doesn't fill in almost at all. And you got your meat and veggies exactly where we want. And now we plate. So into a bowl, we have some white rice. And then here we have our meat and veggie mixture. I forgot to film it, but right towards the end, I added some sliced green onions. They're so thin, they cook real quick. So if you put them in towards the beginning, they're gonna get really, really wilted. So I like to put them in at the end so they just cook in that sort of meat, veggies, and sauce for just a minute or so. So let's put some of this on top. And let's top it with some sesame seeds. And there we have our Mongolian beef. Time for a bite. Cheers. And that's how you get restaurant quality or takeout quality Chinese food. The steak is super tender. The sauce is amazing. The vegetables are tender, but still a little bit crisp, just on that bed of white rice. It's amazing. And like I said, don't tell me you don't have enough time to make dinner, because this dish you could literally make in under 15, at least under 20 minutes, probably under 15 minutes. I challenge you. If you say no, bullshit. It's delicious, and honestly, it's way cheaper than if you were to order it DoorDash or even go pick it up. And you could literally make it in the time it would take you to go pick it up and order it. So that being said, let's see what Nash thinks. So this is what we're giving Nash. It's the onion-free version, which we put all the onions and everything in the sauce. So it's just the meat that I pulled aside, plus some rice, some sesame seeds. But the meat is marinated. Everything should be good. Trust me, he's eating well. Hey, bud, how's that? Is that good? Yeah, I bet it is, huh? Mongolian beef, it's freaking delicious, and it's so easy to make. And you just put, I would say a little extra time, but you don't even need extra time to make that meat super tender, just like the restaurants and takeout makes it. It's really just that baking soda and then the cornstarch. That's it. That's it. It's freaking easy. So go make this, enjoy, tell your family that you came up with the recipe. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. If you could take a second to like, subscribe, and share the show, I'd appreciate it. We'd really appreciate it. It would help us out. If you want notifications every time we drop a new video, just go hit that notification bell. That would be awesome. If there's anything you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, drop it in the comments. We've already done it. So yeah, if there's something you want us to make and it's realistic, we'll make it and I will give you a shout out. So do it. Go do it right now. Seriously. On this video, go comment and tell me what you want me to make. Thank you again. And remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Till next time. Thanks. Peace.